And now it is my great pleasure to announce Ritwick Ghosh. He's a postdoc at the MPE at the Max Planck Institute of Polymer Science in Mainz, and also a fellow at the ETH Zurich. And he's going to talk about fresh water and portable water. Ritwick, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much for all of your kind attention. Well, I'll start back from the memories of when there was no COVID. We often would run towards this waterfalls, or say we'll go for a nice bath in the swimming pool to enjoy our time. But then even COVID taught us that we may live without it, but of course we cannot live out without a drinking water. But what do you think? Like, there are many persons in different part of this world who strive for a single drop of water. Thus, you have of course gone through this different taglines, maybe in the last 2 decades, I would say, where we have understood that different parts of this world do not even have access to good quality drinking water. And honestly speaking, they are not actually due to drought conditions only, but because of the misuse maybe we have done in some other applications. Maybe you have contaminated the water resource. Maybe we have not done enough groundwater recharging, and somebody else is suffering. So researchers started thinking, like, what is the best option? Is it to mitigate all these problems, wait for it, and then we will get it? Or there is another solution, that if we find something alternative. So we started looking towards this fog incidents, and nature, of course, had already built such options. So this is a Namib desert beetle in the driest desert of the world, where there is no rain, and this beetle moves up to the sand dune to gaze the fog that comes every evening. And then it collects water on its surface, and that is how it can collect about 12% of its body weight of water because of surface roughness and different textures on its body. So from this, nature taught that you can get an alternative source by doing surface engineering. But alternately, you see, when there is a solid body, most of the flow gazes out. But if you have a perforated body, so then the major of the droplets also passes through it, and you have more collection. Therefore, a spider wave or a grass which is very thin, it collects much more water than that beetle. So nature also teaches that if you have a mesh type of a body, that can collect this fresh water and give you an alternative source. So learning this, researchers started making this fog harvesters by setting up this fog meshes in places where there is a lot of fog coming. And this indeed has resolved a lot of problems of many satellite communities in different parts of the world. Well, then what did I do? I extended this to industrial applications, because industries, the power plants around the world, the cooling towers, they are the cause of 90% consumption of the fresh water. So these cooling towers have a plume, which is the evaporative loss, but also a drift loss, which is not intended. And that is very huge. So by positioning these measures, by adopting this fog harvesting technology for the industrial applications, I reached about 16% collection, which is not less. It is around 29 liters for every megawatt, and you can per hour, and you can think the total consumption of the globe. So it's a huge quantity of makeup water from the freshwater bodies that we use or waste every day. So we can save that. But then while ending my doctorate work, these taglines came up. It was so I thought, like, if we have worked with fog, why not we can give a better solution for this also, because this smog contains a fog part and also some contaminants and all this. So then the same meshes, I thought of coating it with elements which gets activated in the by sun, and they can break down these contaminants to what I say to simpler forms like water and smaller carbohydrates and all this. So that will help you to mitigate this contaminants. So you collect the fog, You can you break down that, and if you want it, if it's a good quality, you can have it, or you can throw it. But you can also handle the problem of smog. So this, so all this came up by making a very smart fog filter. So I hope this will give you a seed to think further, and you can come into discussions with this new thoughts of environment and water. I hope my talk was very fruitful. Thank you.